time for Gobbet 57. Vitamin D, supporting immune health. The rain stopped today. It has been Oregon weather, dark and wet with seemingly endless rains. It has been weirdly warm for November. It hit 66 yesterday. It's kind of like living in a Ray Bradbury story. Rain and clouds mean no sun, and no sun means low vitamin D, unless you eat lots of ice cream. I'm one of the few people who get frequent flyer miles from Baskin-Robbins. Today there was a hip fracture with a wound infection in an old woman. As part of the workup for the hip fracture service, she had a vitamin D level, which was not measurable. No surprise for an Oregonian, especially the institutionalized elderly, who do not get out in the sun, preferring to drive around the city at 20 miles an hour, no matter what the posted speed limit. Vitamin D is required for bone metabolism, so association with hip fracture is no surprise. What is interesting is that vitamin D is also an important adjunct of the immune system, and there is growing evidence that deficiencies in vitamin D lead to increased infections. Vitamin D deficiency is associated with reactivation TB, developing TB, viral upper respiratory tract infections, pneumonia, and bacterial infections and atopic dermatitis. And variations in vitamin D receptors, aka polymorphisms, are also associated with upper respiratory tract infections and tuberculosis. The mechanism by which vitamin D is used by the immune system and the risks for infections are in their infancy of understanding. How much the lack of vitamin D is associated with post-operative hip infections I cannot say, but I bet it is a factor in a future paper someday. It's amazing of late how much the alternative wackaloons have grabbed a hold of vitamin D as the panacea for the prevention and treatment of all infections. Let me emphasize that it is a deficiency of vitamin D that is an important risk factor for the development of infections. If your gas tank is full, adding more gas will not make your engine run better. There was a little bit of sun today. I thought about taking off my shirt to get a dose of sun and boost my vitamin D levels, but it probably isn't worth making other people sick. We are just getting over the norovirus outbreak. I think I'll eat ice cream instead. The relevant references for this Gobbet Thorax 2007, Reactivation of Tuberculosis and Vitamin D Deficiency, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition 2007, an association of serum and vitamin D concentrations with acute respiratory tract infection in young Finnish men. Medscape, vitamin D may help prevent infections with atopic dermatitis, and the Journal of Infectious Diseases 2008. By the way, it appears to be that the new phrase is support immune health. If something is sold as supportive and it is not an undergarment, it's probably a ripoff. Now get outside and get some vitamin D.